Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth and I'm back to record another pick a card reading for you guys. This pick a card is going to be about basically where I see things going for your current situation. Normally I don't focus so much on outcomes, but I am going to do one today that kind of focuses on the outcome or on the direction, general direction, for you if you have specific questions about a relationship or a situationship, So I'm going to hold up 3 cards like I normally do and just jump right in. For those of you who want to get a private reading, you can email me elizabetholson31@gmail.com and I'll send you all the links, or you can visit my website oracledaphne.com. All the links are also going to be on there. So let's pick 3 cards and see what we get. This is going to be group 1. Card 1, group 1. This is going to be card number 2, group 2. And this is going to be card number 3, group 3. Okay, so for those of you who, and just take a minute to see which one you resonate with, because I'm going to reveal as I go along. I'm sure someone will timestamp below in the comments if you want to skip ahead, or if you want to watch all 3, that's up to you. For first card, group 1, card 1 is this card here. And I'm already getting kind of like a fierce female energy from her. She doesn't always have to be so fierce, but to me this is someone who plans ahead, who executes her plans, who shows up on time, or who shows up. If she wants something, she goes and gets it. It's not like this is a person who just sort of sits on their butt. Okay, so that's the energy that I'm picking up right away from this. And typically this is about focus. There are some people that, males and females, that don't have focus, but to me this is a person who has a lot of focus, a lot of drive. They may be like a masculine female, or just have some masculine traits of knowing what they want, going for what they want, being ambitious. That's the words I'm hearing. But let's see, if maybe you're interested in this person, or if you're in a relationship with this person, see where things are going with this person. Now this may be you. Okay, so there's a strong element of moving. The moving card actually came out twice. And usually if I see these cards come out twice, we have the 7 of Cups. And this isn't actually a tarot card, but it does have these birds flying in it. And to me, that's an element of travel and moving. I feel like the outcome of the situation is moving. Does that necessarily mean you're moving in together? No, but I feel like for some of you, you're actually going to be moving in with this person. For some of you, you may be moving out too. It depends on the situation. I actually feel like for those of you who feel trapped in a relationship or feel stuck in a relationship, because we have the devil, okay? Those of you who are not liking your relationship, to me, this is you moving out. For those of you who aren't in a relationship, either you're going to move and then you're going to get into a relationship, or for those of you who are dating, I feel like more so the story is you're going to end up moving. Maybe they're going to end up moving. For some of you, which is it? Okay, is it? Okay, I feel like the person who's watching this is going to end up moving. That's the thing. I feel like I'm reading for a female. Those of you males, it's possible that you could move also, but I feel like it's more the female energy of moving. Yeah, that's what I want to say. That's where things are going. I feel like for some of you, there's this other situation that you have too. You have more than one. To me, there's more than one situation. So if it's like you're wanting to know more of like a simple question of, say, is there more than one person in this situation? The answer is yes. Why would you end up moving in with this person? I don't know. It's very complicated, this spread, in the sense that it's not, I don't feel like it's overwhelmingly negative. In fact, I actually feel like there really isn't any blockages to this spread. So like, for those of you who want to know like what the accuracy of you moving or moving in with someone, or moving and then getting into a relationship, I would say it's pretty freaking accurate, because I don't feel like there's anything stopping you. But I also like don't necessarily know or necessarily believe that it's just like a simple like, oh, you're going to move in together and it's going to be happily ever after. Those of you who are like maybe moving in with someone, you need to think very carefully about moving in with someone. Those of you who are moving out, I feel like you're going to move out and then you may have to go through some sort of like, to me, drama where they, I don't know, arguing and fighting about all kinds of stuff, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to move back in. It just feels like there's this stuff that kind of comes up and comes out later. Maybe it comes out after. I don't know, like if you were to move, let's just say, and move in with someone, it feels to me those people like are going to really know the person well. It's not like you're going to just jump up and move in with someone and be like, yeah, we're going to make this work, and wing it. I don't feel like that's the story. I feel like if you move in with someone, I feel like you're going to know someone well. And I feel like it's actually going to be good. But those of you who are moving out, let's just say there's going to be problems later. And those of you, let's just say, who are moving and then trying to get into a relationship after you move or date, there's going to be problems maybe after you move or after you start dating. I feel like there are problems with a spouse or significant partner. So like, I don't necessarily feel like I'm reading for like a singles only group here, okay, who are asking what's the future of me and a person that they have in mind. I feel like some of you are asking about a person that could be like an ex-spouse or that's soon to be an ex-spouse or someone that's like a boyfriend or girlfriend that's like not wanting you to move, but there's problems within the relationship. So it's like you take initiative to move and then there's problems. Now, some of you, maybe you don't want to move, or maybe you move and then there's problems later like that you kind of can't really foresee. And I think when I say problems later, I feel like you and a partner or you and this person might move together, and that's what I'm seeing, and I'm getting a tingle on that. So to me, for that person, whoever's watching, where it's like them and a partner are moving, there's going to be problems later. It's like after they move, they're going to get into some kind of argument or fight or something where it's just doesn't necessarily feel like it's happily ever after. It feels like there's unhappiness there. If you're wanting to know about a female specifically that you're interested in, I feel like that female is going to end up moving. Does that necessarily mean moving with you or in with you? I don't necessarily feel that. It might come later. Like it might be like actually 2 moves, because they have the moving card twice. So it's like, if you're interested in someone, maybe they will move and then maybe move in with you later in time as a potential. Like, to me, it's going to take time. And there is someone watching, and I have a specific idea of like what they're really asking. But really, to me, they're asking more of like a general question of like, what do I see for like a future partner? But there is no person in mind. And what I'm seeing is that they are going to move, and there is no partner yet. Like, it's not yet. Like, they haven't met that person yet. I'm going to move on to group 2. That's all I've got for group 1. Thanks so much. Group 1. Moving on to group 2. We got this card, spiritual commitment card. There's a lot of writing on it, obviously. To me, this card is specifically for a person that I lost. That's around in spirit. So when I see this, I always think there's a deceased loved one around. That's influencing you in some way. The outcome for this group 2, is the Hanged Man. And to me, this is a waiting. There's the energy about waiting here. And I feel like for some of you, the more you wait, it's like a timing thing. Like the future of this person, like with this person, feels like it could develop later in time. But I also don't necessarily feel like it's very hot and cold to me. We have the 3 of Swords in the bridge position, which to me is a final ending. Some of you are asking me about a question about a person who's no longer in your life. Maybe you broke up. It feels like you broke up for most of you. And you're still upset about it. You're still hurt about it. Got the 5 of Pentacles. And you want to know, okay, like maybe like some of you are wondering, is this going to develop later? And it could. If you wanted it. We have the Ace of Swords. If you wanted it. But I don't necessarily think the problems that you had before are going to go away. I feel like for some of you, you're waiting for a male that's moved on. You know, he's dating other people. For some of you, not everyone. If you are male, I feel like there's something about being tired in a relationship. Tired of something. Maybe it's tired of behavior. Maybe it's tired of, I don't know, feeling a certain way. To me, tired of this. To me, it's this Ace of Cups. Whoops, I almost dropped the phone. That's a sign there. This Ace of Cups. And it's weird because the Ace of Cups to me is positive feelings. So I don't know why you would be tired of positive feelings, but maybe for some of you it's just tired of feeling a certain way in a partnership, you know? Maybe you don't go out a lot with a partner. Maybe there's not a lot of dating. Maybe the romance is dead. It depends like on the situation. I feel like that's the story because I pulled this Page of Wands. So maybe the partnership that you have is dead, or there's not a lot of romance. For some of you, there's not a lot of excitement. You know, there's no wind in the sails, okay? We got the Fool cards. It's like, in order to, like, it needs to have, like, some new life, like, breathed into it. And I just feel like for some of you, I want to say the relationship's over and you need to move on. That's what I want to say. Males and females. I'm going to go ahead and say that. This group, the relationship's over and you need to move on. As soon as I saw the outcome of the Hanged Man where you're waiting, I was like, no, because, you know, like if you really wanted a relationship, you would have a relationship. You know, why are you waiting? I always tell people not to wait. I mean, there have been times in my life where I've waited, and usually those relationships don't work out. It's up to you if you want to wait, if you want to believe that it's going to be something. That's up to you. There is a timing element. I kind of want to see some other cards here to see, like, if you waited, hypothetically, and this could be guy or girl, okay? To see if you waited, hypothetically, what would be the outcome? Would there be positive energy breathed into this somehow? I want to say if you started fresh. Yes. I want to say if you started really, really fresh. Like brand spanking fresh. My guides are giving me a tingle on that. you know, and we are talking like maybe new house, you know, new furniture, you know, having a lot of passion for this person, you know, doing things, going to fun, you know, maybe parties, or like, you know, having some sort of nightlife, you know, where there's music, or, you know, concerts, or like doing things together. I feel like those of you who are waiting for a very select few, and there's not a lot of water under the bridge, and you are not really, really hurt over it, but you're just waiting. Let's just say there's not a lot of hurt. It's just that you're not able to be with that person right now. It's like right person, wrong time, or something like that. Like, let's just say hypothetically. I feel like you could end up getting married. I feel like there's a possibility that this person is your future spouse, end up getting married, and the relationship could be good. But for most people in this group, most people, the relationship is dead. And some of you, the relationship that you have to a partner is dead, and this is not your partner that you're wanting to ask about. This is a third party. I'm seeing a lot of third party stuff today. That's okay though. It's to be expected, you know, when I read these cards. So, moving on to group 3. Exciting. Okay, so we've got this card here. This is group 3. And this is a financial card. This is a card about financial freedom, having a good savings, you know, really watching your bank account. I'm going to see what else we get here. Future of this person that you're wanting to know about. Let's see. Some of you, to me, like, this is funny. Like, you're asking about an ex from the distant past, like way, way long ago. Like, it could be an ex-husband or ex-wife for some of you. Very few. But it could be ex-husband or ex-wife, or like an old lover of some kind. In group 3, I just feel like this group, it's not worth it. That's what I want to say. It feels like it's not worth it. And it feels like there's not much in it later in time either. Whereas group 2, I felt like there was some potential. But this group feels like there isn't. It feels like whoever it is you're asking about, they are not interested in you in the way that you're interested in them. It's you know, I feel like you're asking, for some of you, you're asking about a player or somebody who does not want a relationship with you at this time. Maybe it was friends with benefits. Maybe it was just like some sort of deal where it was like a one-night stand or two-night stand or something like that. Some of you, this is where you were hurt before and you're going to get hurt again. Because this is something there's not a lot of commitment, and there's a lot of upset, and there's a lot of fear, and there's a lot of arguing, and there's a lot of, like, you know, back and forth energy about, you know, breaking up and getting back together stuff. It's not solid. This is to me, a very, very fluid energy. And by fluid, I mean, it's just not solid. There is nothing really, like, I would actually think that for some of you, you're asking me a trick question. You're asking me about a person who's not in your life, or you're asking me about a person who maybe never was, or you're asking me about a person where, like, the relationship was dead a long time ago, and there really is no future. It's just some of you are grasping onto, like, some thread of hope that it could be something. Some of you are grasping onto a relationship that may appear solid to other people, but actually is not. And when I say solid, I mean it's just not a healthy relationship. It's like a beard, or like a balm, or something that people, like, are carrying around. Like, people, you know, wear their wedding ring and they show up in the world as married, but you know, on paper they're married, but really what's going on at home is nothing. There's no relationship. I want to say this, to me, if I was looking at this for a private client, I'd say there is no relationship. You're asking me a trick question. You're asking me if this could ever be, and most likely this person does not have interest enough for it to be something. Like, I'm getting a lot of career cards. I got 0 relationship cards. There's not a lot of love here. There just isn't. And my guide is showing me someone that I knew a long time ago, and it's so interesting, where there was nothing between them and a partner. There was no chemistry. There was no love. It was just, and they had kids together, but there just wasn't anything in the relationship. There's no common interests, no common goals, nothing that they did together. It was just, they had terrible communication, and there was a lot of unhappiness, you know? So to me, if you're asking about a person who's not in your life, this could be like a no contact situation. I don't feel like if they were to be in your life that they would have any real interest in like even dating you or talking to you or communicating with you in a healthy way. I feel like if they were in your life, they're playing, they show up to play you. Yeah, I don't even see the sex cards here. So I was going to say maybe they'd sleep with you, but I don't actually see that either. So I'm here to tell you that this group, there's a lot of fluidity to this, and it's not stable. It's not really anything. Could it become something? That would take some sort of like miracle. I'm not really that person to ask that question, because like with the other group, I felt that there was more potential. In this group, with whoever it is you're asking about, like, and it has to be more specific. If you're asking about a specific person, the future of the relationship is really undetermined. That's what I want to say, because I like to cut the deck, and we got the Wheel of Fortune. And it's really too fluid for me to say yes or no. I would say the future of the relationship is a big question mark. If it exists, I'm not convinced that there's a relationship here. If there was, maybe it was a player or someone that you were interested in. Maybe it's someone that was like in your life for a short period of time. Maybe it's a partner where the relationship is dead or died a long time ago. But it just feels like there is no relationship. And for everybody, the definition of relationship is always going to be different. Like in my mind, a relationship is healthy communication, liking to spend time together, touching each other, feeling good with together, having good times together, sex, having a great chemistry, having good sex, being actively sexual. 4. Being involved with their family, them being involved with your family, and like doing things maybe as a family, or having a family and having kids together. 5, having things in common that you enjoy together, whether it's making food or whether it's going out or whether it's going for a walk down the street. It's planning a life together. It's doing things together. That's a relationship. Everything else, and it certainly might not be here in this reading, okay, is just bullshit, okay? So if you're in a relationship, to me, it's just a bunch of BS, and it doesn't feel healthy. But it also doesn't actually feel real. For some of you, it's not real. Like, you're asking me about a person who's not in your life, and if they were to be in your life, it would still remain unreal, unrealized. There's something very flat about it. There's not a lot of depth to it. It is very undetermined. Now, for those of you people, let's just say hypothetically, there is a person that you're wanting to know about, okay, that you have very strong feelings for, that you have very strong chemistry with, or that you really truly love. And again, I'm not seeing it, but maybe it's here somewhere. See, I just don't see it. Let's just say hypothetically you did have very strong feelings, and you were you were dating, or there's someone that's actively like, you want to know about the future of that person who you're actively thinking about or in their life, then the relationship itself is really undetermined, and you would have to really make some major changes in order for the relationship to go anywhere, to solidify. That's what I want to say. A lot of romance. You'd have to put a lot more into it too, I want to say. And, you know, there's some people that don't have time, that won't make time for a relationship. They won't make time out of their schedule. They won't make time out of their life. They might be, like, you could have great chemistry with a person, but like they work 100 hours a week. So you see them at night only, period, ever. And it's very hard to have a relationship that way. I'm going to leave off here. Thank you guys so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, Google Plusing, all that stuff. Thank you so much for donating. All donations are really appreciated at this time. And, you know, all comments are appreciated. Click the bell. Please click the bell. It really helps. I'm not able to monetize my channel yet. I'm working very hard towards that. So please support my channel. Please book readings. I'd love to read for you. I send everyone big hugs, big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. All right, take care. All the best. Bye.